Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at Kirch Appliance over on the east side of town, and we're going to talk with those folks later on in the program. There's a lot of great inventory to discuss here. But first, Janet, I'm sure you know I really love learning about new things.
Yeah, me too.
And so I'm really excited for our next guest. This is Alex Vang. He is the CEO of Pinpoint Diagnostic Soundwaves Imaging.
Good job.
All right. How are you?
Not too bad. Thanks for having me this morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. A pleasure to have you here. And we're going to call it PDSI
Yep, PDSI
for short from this point forward. So tell us a little bit about PDSI and what you guys do.
So PDSI is a low-cost diagnostic ultrasound service for families and individuals who have high medical deductibles or no health insurance. You know, the goal is to offer different alternatives for families and give them a different approach to the traditional high medical costs for the healthcare services.
Oh, wow, okay.
Alex, I was looking at your website last night, and when I think of ultrasound, I think of a couple looking at maybe a new baby that's in the works, but you had so many things, different kinds of ultrasounds. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so ultrasound typically is known for OB ultrasound, pregnancy ultrasounds, but there's so many different uses for ultrasound. Some of those are like, so if a person is having like abdomen pain after they get done eating, or just generalized abdomen pain in general, sometimes the complications that people or the physicians worry about is there gallbladder problems, is there liver problems, and so ultrasound can be used to kind of look at the gallbladder to see if there's any stones in the kidneys or in the gallbladder liver. And sometimes patients or individuals may have swelling in their legs or in their arms, and the complication for that is that you could get a blood clot. Now, a blood clot is something like that is life-threatening.
Yeah.
You can die from that, and so it's important to get the proper diagnosis so that you can get the proper treatment for those kind of symptoms. And sometimes you may experience excessive weight gain or weight loss, and that could be associated with your thyroid, and of course we can do thyroid ultrasounds to kind of check for that also. And so yeah, there's more use for ultrasound than what people think.
Definitely.
And it's like just trying to get those services out there and information to the community, let them know that if you do have these kind of symptoms, there are other alternatives here.
Yeah, your list of services was very extensive.
Yeah, so now how would somebody go about scheduling an appointment? Do they need a referral from their primary care, or can they just give you a call and set up an appointment? How does that work?
So you do need a referral from your primary care or physician or provider. And it's important for people to be advocates for themselves.
Right.
Because physicians may not know of this service, or they're reluctant to change their ways. Here's an order for this, and they just send it. So these alternatives, even though they're out there, if patients or if you don't be an advocate and say, hey, no, I need a different alternative, this isn't going to work for me. I have a high medical deductible. I have high premiums. This out-of-pocket cost is just way over my head. So it starts with sending us an order referral, and once we get the order referral, we'll call the patient and schedule a time that's convenient for them to come in for their ultrasound.
I just love how you mentioned the advocating for yourself as a patient, because that's so important, and so few people, I think the lack of advocating for oneself kind of comes from not really knowing what's out there, not having a confident grasp of what's available to them. But knowing about a service like this and saying, hey, I can't pay the deductible for what you guys are offering. Can you write me an order for this place? I think is an awesome alternative.
And I feel like it's happening more and more where people are facing the high premiums, the high deductibles, and so forth. It's really becoming an issue. So I'm wondering what sets you apart, other than this being a low-cost option, what sets you apart from other healthcare?
So the difference between what we do, so what separates us kind of from the other healthcare services that provide ultrasound is, our office is it's an easy accessibility. It's a private clinic, so it's like a private office setting. You come in, you park, you come in. There's no complications of trying to find a parking spot and feeling it's more laid back. You come in, you get the ultrasound done. Now you'll get a copy of your ultrasound images when you're done. And then once the report is finalized, you get a copy of that report. Right now, when you go to hospitals, you go in, you get the exam done, and they send you away, and then the report is faxed over to the provider. You pay so much money, and what do you get? Nothing. So we offer something tangible, and by offering something tangible, if you were to move out of state or if you wanted to switch providers, you have your information.
To take with
you can take it and give it to your provider. The other thing is that we're open on Saturdays from 9 to 3 for emergent and non-emergent studies. Right now, if somebody was going into like an urgent care on Saturday and they think it's an emergent reason for them to go, if the urgent care says this isn't really emergent, wait till Monday, otherwise go to the ER. And of course, you're getting tackled with all these different things,
Yeah.
bills and everything. So
The ER is not cheap.
it's not, and so because we're open on Saturdays, it allows that patient or that client that went in and said, this is something I want to get looked at right away, they can have that done because we are open to accommodate that. And if you work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, or you can't get time to use, or if you have to use vacation time just to get just to book an appointment to come in, Saturday option allows you to save your vacation for an actual vacation.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So you don't have to say, oh, I got to come in Monday for this, or find what's available. You can fit in on a
Right.
Saturday and you can get in. So that's the big things that separate us, is that one, we give something tangible. We offer flexibility for it, and then just being able to give and empower people with the choice to choose their care and costs.
Wow, very good. Well, Alex Vang, thank you so much for joining. We're out of time. I wish we had another 6 minutes to discuss this because I'm really enjoying this. But
Yeah.
Alex Vang is from PDSI, Pinpoint Diagnostic Soundwaves Imaging. Thank you for being with us here today. And don't go away, there's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.